Got it.
All right.
Hello and welcome to the audio commentary for the collection of the best of Escape from Walt Disney. I'm Micah Hirsch, and today I am joined by...
I'm Denny Villeneuve. Welcome to the Dune commentary. We're going to tell you how I personally made love to every single CGI sand. No, I'm Tony Goldmark. I host Escape from Walt Disney.
I'm David Ganssle. I'm on Escape from Walt Disney a lot.
I am Jorge. I make the spackle.
I am Luke Ski. I am also on Escape from Walt Disney and also one of the co-hosts of Kyle and Luke Talk About Tunes.
And we just passed over LeVar Burton pulling off his Stanley Kubrick mask.
Yeah.
which is always a good thing you want in any cartoon.
Which is something he does every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This bit was prescient with Beatles.
Yeah, if Get Back ever gets picked by the randomizer and Luke happens to be on the show, that's going to be interesting because Luke's not much of a Beatles fan, and Get Back is excruciating to non-Beatles fans.
But it's catnip for Beatles fans.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The stuff with Gunther is great. I am forbidden since this is a little behind the scenes thing. I should say we were not actually visited by an animated frog named Gunther on the show. That is a character. The person who did the voice of Gunther for our show. I am not at liberty to say who did that voice, but it was a character, and another character, Carl Featherbottom. Yeah, I
Randy.
It turns out this was Randy all along. Because
the lore just gets deeper and deeper as the podcast goes on.
I should have more characters on the show because I like having them. I like the episodes where we briefly turn into Comedy Bang Bang for no reason.
So many times I've tried to do things that I was hoping would get turned into animations, and then they did.
There's my cameo.
There you go. Getting consoled by Melina.
After I dissed a direct-to-video movie you like. But the drawing of me, I think, is still my Twitter profile.
I believe
pic.
it is, yeah.
I don't think I've changed it because when you did that first animation, I just loved it so much, and I made it my profile pic on everything.
Yeah, I do love your animation style, Micah. It's very, it's rough in its own way, but in an appealing way. You know, it's
that's what's most important to me is the appeal.
Right.
It has a real homemade charm that I really enjoy about it. It's like all of the caricatures are immediately recognizable as, you know, the person you're drawing, but they are also distinctly in your style. And it is there are so many like stylistic artists whose styles lean towards being distinct without being appealing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like your drawings. I like your animation, and I feel honored anytime any offhand comment I make gets put into one of the animations.
I should say the guy I'm still not going to say his name, but the guy who does the voice of Gunther and Carl Featherbottom works for Disney. And that's why he wanted to remain anonymous, is because
Andrew Garfield. Just say it's Andrew Garfield.
It's Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield, but it turns out Andrew Garfield is great at improv. Who knew? and he's amazing at these characters. So we should talk about how these animations started, which I believe I'd released a handful of episodes, and I just randomly tweeted one day, if anyone feels like making Game Grumps style animation of Escape from Walt Disney, please do so. And Micah is the only person to this day who actually taken me up on that.
I said challenge accepted.
and there's our Hitler.
There's our Hitler. Great episode. Great joke. Yeah. Have we already run out of things to say?
No.
Well,
There's the
it technically wasn't on Escape from Walt Disney, but there is Bear und Bees and Boy.
Oh, that's right. Well, Luke, you did that. I mean, yeah, but if you've seen the Bear und Bees and Boy video, it's on my channel.
The bees.
Yeah. That was just a bit of random nonsense I came up with one day just to amuse myself, and I've sent it to a few friends here and there over the years, and Luke was one of them. And then one day he just sprung that animation on me. So.
Yeah, the only reason I haven't made an effort to do more things like what Micah is doing here with clips from the podcasts is just because I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life. I need to concentrate.
Right.
You know, you have an actual life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but basically it's like I'm trying to get another storyboarding job in the animation industry, so I need to try to focus my spare time into doing projects that lean towards that. But every so often it's like, okay, I need a warm up, and then as a warm up, I create Bear und Bees Boy based on Tony's weird audio, and I have other weird Tony audio that I may make into stuff someday. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, the Bear und Bees and Boy is just scratching the surface of the dumb ass shit.
It's Chris Neverdahl. You can hear me, but you cannot see me.
That was a good gag in the credits there.
And I'm still amazed we got Jenny Nicholson on such an early episode. She was great. She was awesome to work with.
She was a lot of fun, and
I'm glad we got a riffable movie like Frank and Ollie. It would have been such a bummer if we'd gotten Jenny Nicholson on the show and just gotten some Nat Geo crap, which we got in the very next episode, Into the Okavango. So we dodged a bullet there.
Which we got mere hours later.
Yes, exactly. But Frank and Ollie, we got a lot of good material out of. So
it's also like it was the best combination of being a riffable movie, but also a significant thing for Disney historians.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm not sure it would have worked as a movie you actually riffed all the way through, but it was definitely a good movie to say things about after the fact, because you know there's differenses.
Here's
now we have
deja vu.
The Gunther special.
Yeah, all the Whoops All Gunthers episode.
Yeah, when I was listening to the amphibia episode, I was like, "There's just too much material here. I have to do an entire video that's just Gunther."
We should have Gunther back on the show, but anyway.
An appropriate scene to be saying this comment on. Making animation is hard and takes a lot of time, and you really have to make a conscious choice to, I'm going to commit myself to spending a lot of hours making this thing because I believe in it that much. So I just want to give a shout out to Micah here for saying, yeah, I'm going to do this and make it a regular thing. So it's like, you know, kudos to you, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Excellent work all around, Micah.
And I there was a shot of Gunther we passed where it's like some animators just put the squash and stretch effects in there like for one frame, but you like keep them there on the screen for several seconds. It's great.
That's also just makes it easier. And
of course.
I mean, so much of finding one's own style is just finding what shortcuts work for you.
Yeah.
And we should say this is Madeline May depicted here pre-transition. This is before she came out as transgender, and so this reflects the lifestyle she was previously living. So just to make that clear.
Yes.
And there's Luke.
Yep, there's Luke.
Yeah. Thank you for keeping your designs up with my changes, because now I have blue hair and I don't really have, you know, the full-on beard so much anymore, but you know, it's, you know, kind of your Homer Simpson 5 o'clock shadow effect.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the story of why you dyed your hair blue?
Oh, well, I've been wanting to do it for years. I'm looking for an excuse, so I decided to use Halloween as an excuse, and I was going to dress as the character Barley from Pixar's Onward, and I ordered a costume through the mail, in early October. And they said it would show up by Halloween, and it didn't show up until November 1st. So I dyed my hair blue for a costume that I didn't get for Halloween, but instead I kind of made a Cookie Monster sort of. I was cookie bounding for Halloween.
Oh, here's the meta joke. An homage, if you will, to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I assume
the film itself was an homage to Top Secret.
Right.
I also used a lot of clips from that particular episode in this one.
The crab experiments episode was so damn good. I mean, thank you once again to Rob Bergman for requesting that and then winning the contest so that we had to cover his request. But yeah, crab experiments remains an amazing running gag to this day. Obviously Agatha Vile has come into our lives and we are all the richer for it.
Yes, it's more than just a running gag. It's an active part of our lives now that Agatha is always watching.
Always watching.
Crab experiments.
By the way, someone actually Googled Dr. Vile.
It was me, I think.
Oh, it was you, Micah, right? And you found like 2 different actual doctors named Vile in America. One of whom is named Dr. Daniel Vile. So did Daniel like clonk him over the head one day and steal his identity, and now and then become a licensed medical doctor?
Yeah, that's canon now.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, go on.
I was just saying, I see no reason for us not to continue that lineage and learn what Daniel did when they inevitably make the television spinoff of the Little Mermaid remake.
Right. So So was I still using the original? I probably not.
No, I just liked it. So I guess also I was worried about, isn't the music you use now from like a Disney promotion or something?
It's from Walt. It's a song called Walt Disney and You from a promotional trailer thing that they used to slap at the end of every video released by Walt Disney Home Video when they started putting out VHS tapes in the late 70s or early 80s. And you can still find it on YouTube, and it's a really catchy song that I just thought would tie in better to the theme of watching Disney movies from home, and tracing it back to the very beginnings of home video.
You can also find an inexplicable re-edit of that commercial by a crazy person on YouTube.
I wasn't going to say that, but sure. Yeah. Twitter search @May, ATTMAY, for my thread about @May. It's interesting shit. But anyway.
And the music at the beginning of your episodes, or at least it used to be for a while, was the instrumental of your song Britney Zombie from one of your old comedy music albums, right?
Yeah, the song Britney Zombie from my 2004 album Rage Against the Mundane. A song I'm not particularly proud of anymore now that we know what we know now about what Britney Spears has been through. It was very much my angry young man, just, Britney Spears, her music sucks, I'm going to write this mean song about her. But I always loved...
I just love that you said that while Bill Cipher was floating on screen. So if we took just that, it's Bill Cipher talking about being mean to Britney Spears.
Yeah,
reality is an illusion. Britney Spears sucks.
That was
hi, crypto suckers.
That's who they needed to free Britney from. He was in charge of her conservatorship for so many years. But I always loved the background music we came up with. It's a nice kind of ragtimey type thing with banjos and stuff. And it was always my favorite instrumental song.
Sorry, dog was barking.
Of all the songs I've ever done, it has my favorite instrumental version. So I thought when I started a podcast, I'll just use that since I don't have to pay for it. But then I realized, I wouldn't really have to pay for Walt Disney and You either, because no one gives a shit about a 40-year-old, trailer that used to be on VHS tapes. So I just use that now.
Yeah, I have no idea how YouTube would react.
Well, it's one of those songs that's Probably technically still under copyright by Disney, but I'm pretty sure it's basically abandonware as far as they're concerned.
But it's not on Spotify, so Universal Music Group doesn't catch it.
See,
that's the key.
When it comes to stuff like that with my podcast and even other projects in general, I kind of adopt the attitude of Wayne Knight from Jurassic Park. It's like, Disney music. He's using the Disney music on his podcast. See, nobody cares.
Exactly.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares what I'm doing.
To quote another Alex Hirsch character, when there's no cops around, anything's legal.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we talked right over the ad for your podcast, Micah, a while back. It was, I'm sure you've talked about your.
Oh, the ad we just talked over was the ad for Thanks for the Magic, I think.
Right. Yeah, that. But
yes.
then earlier you're throwing in ads for yourself, just like any YouTube video.
Oh, I don't remember doing that, but.
Well, you should. It's just smart self-promotion.
I thought about doing it on the Emperor's New Groove one, and then just ran out of time.
What kind of person on the internet constantly promotes themselves?
Oh, I'm trying to promote my movie before it's even finished. All the time.
Was this Bed Knobs and Broomsticks?
Yeah, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Piss off, Wanker! I'm still Charlie. Great improv from Kyle. I don't even remember what that was.
Mr. Larry's Wild Ride.
Oh, right.
This is from the Good Luck Charlie thing, right?
Oh yeah, that was something you covered.
Micah, what program are you using?
Adobe Animate.
Okay.
Adobe Animate, sorry.
Right.
Formerly known as Flash.
Yeah. And here comes the another meta joke.
I haven't used Flash a lot. I did use it recently for a couple of storyboarding jobs I did for the D-Tunes Conroy What You Got cartoons.
I use it because I went to college for animation, and this was the program they taught me, and it's a program I now have access to. And it updates.
You went to college for animation. Gee, that would be nice.
Well, I finished the animation class.
Why don't you tell us your whole life story, Luke? Why don't you?
Well, we got 5 more minutes on this thing,
Sure.
We'll need to add another 2 hours to it in order for me to give my sad story.
But Micah, you were saying something. Sorry.
Yes.
I was saying I didn't finish the entire program. I just finished the animation parts.
You got what you needed, and then you bailed.
Yeah, it was too stressful, man. I felt very pressured.
God, that's an adorable kitten.
Thank you. Oh,
you do such a great job of making drawings that look crude on the surface, but you get a lot out of them,
Yeah.
You also, I very much appreciate any time for a what's the attraction you draw.
No.
Yes, Country Bear Hall has been crushed. And anytime you draw a real Disney park attraction, I just always love your interpretation of them.
Yeah. Earthlight. And I added jazz music for this one.
Right.
Here's the trailer for my Podcast Tonighted series, which is basically a spin-off of this.
Right. With even more podcasts.
Yeah.
Just all the podcasts, every last one.
All 6,000.
I'm going to start animating Ben Shapiro's podcast. And some podcast no one listens to about cooking, and it just every last one, every podcast in the history of the world must get the Micah Hirsch treatment.
The Funkcast recently hit episode 600.
Yeah.
So you have to start from episode 1.
So best get rolling on it. Chop.
Hey, it's Eastman Crump.
Yeah, this is the only one that I actually had original stuff mixed in with the podcast stuff. That's me doing Isma and Kronk's voice. And later I also do Cusco's voice.
You added a recurring plot to your video.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Actually, you did it accidentally.
Yeah.
Oops, all plot.
So, yeah,
that's a good representation of the animation building.
Yep.
And I noticed you specifically didn't draw Lassiter here. You didn't. It's your little protest, I guess. Mark Dindal saying soon. Oh, this was great. Kyle and Luke randomly launching into Kevin Meaney impressions for no discernible reason, but just because we love it.
Yeah. You were talking about Dune and that Cusco doesn't.
Oh yeah. Want to see Sting almost naked? Dune awaits.
The Yzma thread, I guess. The Yzma arc. Where she decides she's going to break into the Disney vault. And
that was great right there. Going into her, like all this stuff right here, like this is so well done. This
Yeah.
is so on the mark for the way they do it in the movie and on the show.
yeah.
Wait, it's almost as though you're a fan of this movie or something, Micah.
Yeah.
It's like this was right within your wheelhouse and your area of expertise.
Yes. And that was why I had a story. The exact reason I wanted a storyline.
It would have been great just now if Cusco would have pushed Tony out of frame and went, "Quiet, you."
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Oh, there he is again.
More Bill Cipher. He's everywhere.
Oh, Bill.
Buy gold.
Bill Cipher, the science guy.
Please don't build the roller coaster. And he sent that message in a bottle. So
Yeah.
that would have been a cool extra joke if the message was taken out of a bottle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's the music I would have used if I was
usual.
Yeah. It's not on. Oh no, we're going to be no. Additional sound effects from freesound.com. Well, that's it.